February 24th.
February the 24th.
Ty Dillinger.
Cross.
It's all on the line.
It's gonna be a night of destiny.
2 rings with 1 giant cage around it.
Joey Silvia.
Rick Converse.
There's still a whole lot of unfinished business between myself and the group Destiny.
What are you gonna do when you're face to face with me and there are no rules?
I'm gonna come get that last little piece of you and the rest of those scrubs.
Jake Manning,
You wanna call me out?
the elite enforcer. You want to talk about elite, my friend? The Dynasty is elite.
The hate factor increases.
Remember, once that door's locked, it's all fair.
I come to crush Dynasty and destroy all my enemies inside that cage.
Gemini kid, you escaped the cage of death. Well, this time, there is no escape.
I made a deal with the devil himself, the devil and the Antichrist of wrestling. We're all coming. Destiny cannot be stopped. There ain't no stopping us.
Because I'm gonna be the new commissioner of the CWF.
And Ty Dillinger, you're gonna have to kill me to take my job.
They're gonna have to kill me before I ever quit.
You're gone from the CWF forever.
March the 10th, Cross. You're fired.
Singing the national anthem tonight will be Mr. Scott Sharon.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's vast gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? 10-minute time limit. Please welcome at this time, Gregory Vercetti. Please welcome his opponent, rock and roll
Rock and roll, Matty D is psyched and ready to go, and so are we, coming at you from the Fairchild Recreation Center in Burlington, North Carolina, for a very special night of CWF Mid-Atlantic Wrestling. And no, it's not 1989, but there are 2 rings set aside one another here in Burlington for War Games, Randolph.
That's right, we've got the opening match in the ring, Gregory Vercetti, and a familiar opponent to him, Rock and Roll Matty D, locked up in singles action. The fans appreciating it here in Burlington, North Carolina. Your official for the first match, Miss Katie Kincaid.
Matty D with Vercetti down in a side headlock. And I think tonight, Randolph, may be one of those nights that you talk about years from now, because you see how packed it is from one side of the building to another. There's, I dare guess, a good 500-600 fans here for many reasons, but none more prominent than War Games, in which one man will leave. Commissioner Cross puts his job on the line against Ty Dillinger. It's Destiny versus Dynasty, and only one can be commissioner following tonight.
That's right, but right now the singles action winding up. Vercetti off the ropes. He's able to see Matty D come and drives a knee to the face.
As you alluded to, these two have met many times in the past, most notably at a couple of New Year's Knockouts meetings, including a Tornado, Cybernetico, Crucifix, puts Vercetti's shoulders down for a 2.
Vercetti into the ropes, back to his feet, catches the boot of Matty D, spins him around. Matty D ducks under, gets him back down to the canvas again.
Matty D with that snap, headlock, Vercetti's back on the canvas. Both men, tremendous technical wrestlers. Matty D, a little more of a high flyer like we saw just a couple weeks ago when he wrestled Joey Silvia for the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight title. And what a match that was for Matty D, who could very well be Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Champion right here now. As preposterous as that may sound to some, but if not for Ty Dillinger, Matty D could have very well pulled the coup of a lifetime.
That's right, Matty D backed out of the corner. Reverses Vercetti into the corner. Vercetti, little tentative coming out, back on his back again. Matty D on the balls of his feet. Perpetual motion.
Tilt-a-whirl head scissors. Takes the Italian superstar down. Gregory Vercetti looking to back up and be on the run from the fast and furious hands and feet of rock and roll Matty D.
Matty D's fired up. He's got the crowd behind him, and they're ready to see something big happen like usually happens. Look at this. Drops him.
Sit down powerbomb, but Matty D out at 2.
Gregory Vercetti well scouted. These two men, like we said, they know each other. And right now, Vercetti going straight to the face of rock and roll Matty D with a closed fist.
Hammering away on the skull of Matty D. And Gregory Vercetti, who has recently been in the line with Sheik Lumpkin as part of the Lumpkin management group, aligning himself with that deplorable human being. We're going to see the Sheik in action, at least verbally, later on here tonight. But right now, Gregory Vercetti can pick up a big win, not only for the Sheik, but for himself as well.
And right now, Vercetti putting the boots to the face and the head of rock and roll Matty D, lifts him back up, face first into the corner turnbuckle, applies a few more boots, now he's going to pull him out.
Matty D, up, and no, not up and over, he caught and catches Vercetti by the head. Matty D lands on the ring apron, springboard, somersault himself in to Vercetti with the cover, and near fall there.
Vercetti lucky to be able to get out of that one before the 3 count. Referee's hand coming down. Rock and roll Matty D slams him, drops a quick elbow.
The lightning elbow of rock and roll Matty D, standing moonsault over onto the press. Vercetti wants to get a 2.
Vercetti to his feet, he's begging off for Matty D now to let him get his breath, but I'm not sure Matty D's going to let that happen. Fans giving Vercetti a fit.
You can tell that every man already on this show knows what's at stake. Yes, it may just be an opening singles contest, but this DVD will probably be as widely viewed as any in the entire history of CWF Mid-Atlantic, with War Games later to come here tonight.
And Matty D is tenderizing the lower half of Vercetti with the boots. Vercetti catches the boot again. Up and over, Matty D back on his feet.
Matty lands on his feet, but Vercetti, very smartly aware of his whereabouts, catches Matty D coming in, and Vercetti goes for the Italian uppercut. Matty D blocks, backslide, but can't hold him down. Vercetti, boot right to the side of the face.
And Matty D is eating canvas, face down right now. Referee Katie Kincaid checking to see if he can continue. Vercetti rolls him over, goes for the very authoritative cover, only able to get a 2.
Gregory Vercetti questioning the count. And boy, if this matchup is any indicator of what we are to see later tonight, Randolph, we could be in for one of the greatest shows CWF Mid-Atlantic has ever produced.
Well, you know, it is the first War Games in the Carolinas in over 15 years, and we are ready to put it up. The rings are ready. We got the cage setting over against the wall, and right now, Matty D is winding up Gregory Vercetti, and it didn't happen.
Matty D was looking to ascend to the top, of Vercetti had well scouted. Matty D knew what was coming, yanked the arm back down.
Matty D in a world of hurt right now. Gregory Vercetti, top of the situation.
Of course, for those fans that are viewing CWF Mid-Atlantic for the first time ever, we regularly run out of the Carolina Sports Arena. If you remember the old center stage, it is center stage with some fireworks because that's where the TV tapings occur 2 times a month in Burlington. Tonight, we're just across town at the Fairchild Recreation Center for a very special benefit for the Ark of Alamance. We are so happy to be here as Matty D is caught coming in by Vercetti, clothesline down on top of the knee.
Yeah, there's nothing like being able to donate a very large, meaningful amount of money to a charity that benefits all the great citizens here in Alamance County, North Carolina, here in the Piedmont area, for those of you a little unfamiliar with the area. And right now, Matty D, Gregory, Vercetti, you know, they're not neither one giving up. They're showing what they got. Matty D up and over, and these two are jockeying for position.
Matty D lands on his feet. Vercetti holds onto the ropes, though. Matty D ducks underneath the leg of Vercetti. Up, all the way on top of the shoulders. Can it be victory with the victory roll for Matty D? Yes, it can!
Rock and roll Matty D wins the first one here at War Games tonight by pinfall over Gregory Vercetti.
Where were you when Matty D won at War Games?
War Games is about to commence. But Matty D settled the first war of the night, and now I'm gonna make a noise.
Well, the action is certainly about to pick up a little more, Randolph, because we have a 4 corners, 1 fall matchup between tag teams from all over the country that have come to War Games. We've got the home crowd favorite, the Neon Lions, Lee Valiant and classic Chris Collins, but right now, Mark Houston is taking the head off of one Guy Lumbardo. Rob Raymer, Guy Lumbardo out of Virginia, Mark Houston and Shawn Cook from Indiana, and then on the other team, Jerry Wayne and the Super Spoiler.
That's right, and they're all here with local hometown favorites here in the Carolinas, the Neon Lions. And that's classic Chris and Lee V, you know, with all the fans behind them. And right now, the big man's in, up and over.
Shawn Cook going to work on Rob Raymer. Reversal by Raymer. Cook up and over. Beautiful drop kick there by Shawn Cook, who is quickly endearing himself to the packed house at the Fairchild Recreation Center.
Lee Valiant unloads on the skull of a big mass super spoiler. Another gentleman that's sort of a journeyman makes his way into the Mid-Atlantic area trying to make a little cash. And right now he's trying to make a point across the back of Lee Valiant.
Super Spoiler, definitely the biggest man in the match, and Lee Valiant does not need to be caught one-on-one because that is a mismatch of men with proportions. Clothesline, boot right to the skull of Lee Valiant.
What a boot by the big mass man. Lee Valiant needs to make a tag with somebody, and right now Jerry Wayne tagged in by his partner Super Spoiler, and he goes to work on Lee Valiant.
I like to call him the perfect smile, Jerry Wayne, and right now he's hammering away across the back of Lee Valiant.
Oh, Valiant face first into the turnbuckle. Looks like a tag's made. That's Rob Raymer. Legal man Guy Lumbardo, who is not bringing his orchestra tonight, holding the man on the outside. Referee calls for the break.
Guy Lumbardo, a slightly effeminate, to say the least.
Maybe it's Guy Lumbardo. Maybe I'm reading this wrong.
Rob Raymer, though, a powerhouse to be sure, hammering away down on Lee Valiant, making the lateral press our official for this contest, Red Jones. And in a contest like this, you have got to think that quite possibly you should have an additional official at ringside.
And right now, Lee Valiant being held up by Raymer. Raymer in total control for his team. Drops Valiant flat across the back. I tell you, Lee Valiant really needs to make his way out of this match. Look at this, up out of nowhere, big boot, Raymer's down.
Lee Valiant can explode in a heartbeat. What a great youngster this kid and Chris Collins have developed into. Chris Collins now with the tag in on Jerry Wayne, elbow underneath the chin.
Right now, Chris Collins goes to work on Jerry Wayne. Got hold of the wrist, going to work on the shoulder, put a little pressure on that, climbs across his back, and having a moment in the sun. Look at this, Jerry Wayne struggling, totally out of control at this moment.
Getting over there and making a tag to Shawn Cook. Shawn Cook and Mark Houston, definitely a very formidable tag team out of Indiana. You can see they've got a lot of spunk. They've got a lot of the same heart that the Neon Lions do.
I tell you what, the fans are behind these youngsters. Jerry Wayne's learning the hard way that just because somebody comes in and gets into a tag team situation, that it's not always daisies. And right now, he's feeling a lot of pain at the hands of Shawn Cook.
Cook hammering away on the back, on the skull, repeatedly of Mr. Jerry Wayne. Irish whip. Jerry Wayne ducks one clothesline, and Cook catches him coming in with a beautiful arm drag.
That was a deep arm drag out of nowhere. Jerry Wayne down on the canvas. Cook in control. Picks him back up, backs into his own corner, tags in his partner Mark Houston. Holds up Jerry Wayne. Houston unloads on Wayne, and now he's going to go to work tying him up down here on the canvas. Got him locked up where Jerry Wayne cannot move.
Cook wringing the arm of Jerry Wayne, who looks like he wants to make a tag to somebody, anybody.
And that's right, even Red Jones already told him he wasn't going to tag. Look at this, Jerry Wayne goes to the face. It looks like he might have got a respect, but instead of going to a corner to tag, Jerry Wayne's going to lock up.
Fighting for the suplex, and Jerry Wayne can't quite get it. Shawn Cook a little too big, a little too strong.
And look at this, Lumbardo tags himself in and going to work on Mark Houston, backs him into the corner, coming off, oh my goodness, big knee right to the forehead.
Lumbardo making a not quite lateral press.
Lumbardo tags in his partner. Here we go, we're going to change it up again. Referee Red Jones trying to keep track of who's who in this match. As Rob Raymer goes up to the second rope, drops down full body weight with a headbutt right into the midsection.
Rob Raymer looking very impressive here. And it's sometimes hard to shine when you've got 8 other individuals. But Rob Raymer has certainly done it so far in this contest.
And Super Spoiler, the big masked man, tagged back in, working over Mr. Houston here. Mark Houston in a world of hurt. Super Spoiler trying to tie him up in an abdominal, no, I can't say it.
Abdominal stretch.
Thank you, sir. And right now trying to get a little help from the outside, and his partner's trying to make sure that the referee knows what's going on. Referee Red Jones trying to clear the ring, and we've got shenanigans behind his back again.
I love the word shenanigans, Randolph.
Well, you got to use it at least once every DVD.
I'm going to break out discombobulated here before long if I'm lucky. Super Spoiler continuing to wrench away on Mark Houston.
Okay, Super Spoiler just tagged himself out. Rob Raymer, now the legal man, working over Houston, got him tied up in the middle of the ring again. Referee Red Jones, I mean, he's doing his best here, but you've got 8 competitors. Oh, Houston's able to roll his man over and out. He's calling for him to come back, hits him with a clothesline.
Mark Houston exploding on Rob Raymer, who got Lumbardo in to make the save for his partner.
Yeah, you don't want to turn your back on the guy wearing a pink dress, and Houston's trying to find somebody to tag into. Raymer tries to hold him up, but unfortunately unfortunately for Raymer, Shawn Cook makes the tag back into the corner.
Boy, the more I watch this Shawn Cook, I think he'd fit in great here in the television title or possibly even the heavyweight title picture. But Rob Raymer caught him with a big-time spine buster. And ladies and gentlemen, this could be it.
Oh my goodness, look at this. We've got somebody coming in the ring. Everybody trying to make sure this one doesn't end yet. Lumbardo tagged in, his partner holding him down. Right across the leg and the knee.
With cheese, Squidward, with cheese. Lumbardo now with the legs of Mr. Shawn Cook, and God only knows what he has in mind here.
That's going to leave a mark. Lumbardo taking advantage of the situation, tags in the big Super Spoiler, and they're going to double team.
Irish whip and taking the head off of Shawn Cook.
Shawn Cook needs to make the tag right now. Super Spoiler, the biggest man in this match, pounding away across the head, the shoulders, the back, and the chest of this young man, making his debut here in CWF Mid-Atlantic, and that is not where you want to be. It's under the boots of the big Super Spoiler.
And now he's underneath the leg. Lateral press by Super Spoiler. Shawn Cook showing a lot of determination, though still kicking out despite the assault from a of individuals.
Super Spoiler tags in Jerry Wayne. Jerry Wayne now the legal man. And he starts to work on Shawn Cook, slings him off. Cook ducks under a big clothesline, delivers one of his own.
Man, he ran straight through Jerry Wayne.
Jerry Wayne's got to be in another area code now. Shawn Cook's finally able to make a tag in, and he tags in Lee Valiant of the Neon Lions.
Lee Valiant hammering away on Jerry Wayne. Irish whip, and there is the prettiest dropkick you will ever see.
Lee Valiant gets some big air. Fed his boot straight to the face of Jerry Wayne. All Jerry Wayne can do now is try to find a shortcut to slow Lee Valiant down.
Big body slam, and Jerry Wayne says it's over.
Jerry Wayne's heading up to the top rope. I'm not sure if that's part of his normal repertoire, but he's trying to put an end to it.
And a palm strike by Lee Valiant, a la Jushin Thunder Liger. And how much I love to break out that name in Mid-Atlantic rings. Lee Valiant going for a superplex, but no, Rob Raymer underneath him. And could we have Tower of Doom?
Oh my goodness, all three men crumbled on the canvas. Lee Valiant probably took the brunt of that one as much as Jerry Wayne did. The fans going crazy here at the Fairchild Recreation Center in Burlington, North Carolina.
This place is jacked, and quite honestly, because of the cavernous structure of this building, you don't even get a fraction of the electricity that you can feel that's going on right here and now in the Fairchild Recreation Center.
Right now, Lee Valiant reaches over, makes the tag. Classic Chris Collins, the legal man, runs through Guy Lumbardo, down again with another clothesline, sets him up for a third.
Guy Lumbardo not having a very good day right now at the hands of classic Chris Collins, who's trying to get in position and hammer down some more on the body of Guy Lumbardo. Big drop kick.
Collins down for the cover, only a 2 count as everybody hits the ring to break the count.
And Red Jones looking around, a squirrel without a nut, not sure what's going on. Mark Houston clotheslining the Super Spoiler off the top ropes. Bodies are flailing, one right after the other, to the floor here at the Fairchild Recreation Center. And Jerry Wayne, backdrop up and over the top rope, crashing to the floor, crashing to the basketball court here at Fairchild Recreation Center.
And look at this, Shawn Cook looking towards that very same area. Looks like he's going up on the ropes too, and you know, the fans really appreciate this.
We've got a brawl at ringside, but Shawn Cook is peering down at all of them. Shawn Cook goes for it all, tumbling all the way to the floor.
And we've got bodies everywhere on the basketball court here at Fairchild Recreation Center. And you know, Lee Valiant still in the ring. Looks like he's heading up the ropes or trying to get back to his feet. And don't put it past Lee to let these guys outdo him on this, because we've still got a rumble going on outside on the floor.
Lee Valiant trying to ascend, and God only knows what this crazy youngster has in mind. Moonsault suicide.
He totally had his back to him. He had no idea for sure that somebody was there. And off the top he went. Bodies everywhere. Guy Lumbardo and 3C still going at it up in the ring.
The Lumbardo drop on classic Chris Collins while everyone else is down on the outside. And now Lee Valiant back up on the ring apron. Lumbardo gets a shot blocked. Hits the guard in the face of Guy Lumbardo. Collins, 3C cutter. Red Jones with the count, and the Neon Lions are victorious.
This one's over. Fairchild Rec Center explodes with the Neon Lions. 3C and Lee V standing tall in the center of the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by pinfall in 13 minutes, classic Chris Collins and Lee Valiant. Ladies and gentlemen, the next match, this singles action.
Monkey, with a packed house of fans behind him, looks to go one-on-one against a man a year ago he was teaming with, the turncoat El Fuego, Jesse Ortega.
Ortega locks up with a man that's dangerous from any angles. Monkey showing him where he got the name from, reverses the whole situation's got the wrist twisted back of Ortega. Ortega begging off, looking for a way out now.
Ortega, overhand wrist lock. Ortega, tremendous technician, trained by the Gemini kid, another turncoat equal in size and stature. But Brass Monkey is looking for a little bit of revenge here tonight, and what a great setting to try and accomplish that in.
And that's right, you know, Brass Monkey and Jesse Ortega doing what we're so proud of here in the Mid-Atlantic. Ladies and gentlemen, they're wrestling. We love saying that because that's what we're all about. The sport, the art, what goes on, physical competition inside the ring, and that's what you're seeing at its finest right now. Brass Monkey, Jesse Ortega going wide open.
Yes, entertainment is indeed a four-letter word here in Mid-Atlantic rings, where wrestling is indeed still king.
Yeah, wrestling is the king here in Mid-Atlantic, and right now a former Mid-Atlantic television champion going against another former TV champion. And I tell you what, there's a little bit of history between the two of these men. They're not exactly strangers. They've got each other well scouted. Like you said, they used to be tag team partners, and now they're not real friendly with each other.
This is Spinal Tap! And Brass Monkey with the cover, following up, and only a 2 count.
And Jesse Ortega does everything he can to keep away from those educated feet of Brass Monkey. Almost got a 3 on that one. And right now, Ortega will unload with a few feet of his own.
Yeah, Ortega is certainly known for his stiff kicks as well, and drops Monkey with one, only a 2 count though. And really, if you think about the history of these two individuals, have there been two men more defined by a singular championship? The Mid-Atlantic television title, if you think about the champions, the people that have held that title over the past several years, is Monkey with a cradle from behind, only a 2 once again. Now Ortega, big clothesline.
Oh, took the head of Brass Monkey right off. Monkey run right into that one. Ortega jawing at the crowd now. Crowd not real happy seeing Monkey face down on the canvas.
As I was alluding to, I don't think two men are more defined in the modern day history of the Mid-Atlantic television title than these two. Jesse Ortega had an incredible record-setting 24 consecutive title defense run with that championship. Brass Monkey is only a couple months removed from being one of the proudest reigning television champions, taking on all comers in recent history. And these two men, while they may not be a championship around their waist right now, I'm willing to bet that both men will have a championship before 2007 closes out.
That's right, and Ortega is able to catch Monkey right in the face with the side of the boot again. Elbow across the side of the head, a very cocky cover. Monkey able to kick out, only getting a 2 on that one. Ortega firmly in control.
Ortega laces the legs around the head of Brass Monkey. And of course it was at Ultimate Survivor 4 where Jesse Ortega turned his back on everyone that ever supported him and aligned himself with his mentor, the Gemini Kid, and cost the Ultra Dragon, Ryan Andrews, his mask when they perpetrated this plan to leave both Kazi and Dragon alone inside the cage of death.
And right now, Jesse Ortega trying to perpetrate a plan to get away from Brass Monkey. Brass Monkey got him all tied up. The knot over here against the ropes, cranking back on the chin. Smile for the cameras there, Jesse.
Jesse Ortega's attitude, his entire demeanor is one of a bully. He just wants to go in there and completely disrespect whoever his opponent is. But if there's one individual that's not going to be just smacked around and bullied around, it's Brass Monkey, because he will take the fight to you as intense as anything you will ever see.
Yeah, Brass Monkey right now in the world of hurt. Ortega connected to the back of the head. Goes for the blatant chokehold. Referee Charles Richardson making the count. Ortega waiting until the very last moment to break.
Ortega said, oh, Monkey with a kick once again right to the lower spine of Ortega.
Ortega in a world of hurt did not see that one coming, quite unexpected. Monkey struggling back to his feet. Ortega beats him out, but I'll tell you what, Monkey is unloading on him.
Brass Monkey falls into the category if you can't judge a book by its cover, because he may be perceived by some as a cruiserweight, a light heavyweight, but packs as fierce of a punch as anyone in the entire CWF Mid-Atlantic.
Yeah, not to mention a punch, you got to watch those feet on the way as well. That's the man with the educated feet, dangerous mini angle. Right now, he is flat on his rear end, took a spinal tap of Ortega's. I tell you what, I don't think it had the same results as a Brass Monkey spinal tap.
Yeah, but it's going to enrage Brass Monkey if he can recover from the pain that's coursing through his body.
And right now, Brass Monkey trying to get his focus back together, climbs back to his feet with a little help from Ortega, fights out, turns Ortega over and drives a foot right into the back. Now we've got a boot right across the face.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that Ortega enraged Brass Monkey by applying the spinal tap.
Yeah, and I tell you what, Brass Monkey's going to help the man back up. Ortega drops him with a jawbreaker. Brass Monkey holding on to the second rope. Ortega may have turned this one around.
Brass Monkey, for years now in the Mid-Atlantic, has been one of the most popular faces this entire company has ever had, to tag team championship, to television championship.
And right now, unleashes, shows us how the educated feet work. He's having a hard time getting back to his own feet as Ortega struggles in the ropes, trying to get back to his own feet. Ortega's up first. Monkey finally back to his feet, and they're going to lock up again.
Monkey was going for the backcracker, but Ortega blocked it. Now Monkey, though, kicks the arm and possibly going for Ortega's very own Fujiwara. But Ortega, so smart and adapting and reversing through his very own maneuver.
And that's right. Now, right now, he's got Brass Monkey locked up down on the canvas. Monkey's got the wrist twisted up, grapevine around the leg. Monkey's got him around the head with his own scissors, throws him through the ropes. Ortega out to the floor.
Right at the feet of front row ringside here at the Fairchild Recreation Center. You see how much this battle has taken out of both competitors. Both men winded here several minutes into this one.
And you know Brass Monkey, when he starts removing the wristbands and the decorations, he's getting fired up. Here we go. Baseball slide, nobody home. Ortega waiting, big massive chop across the chest of Brass Monkey on the floor.
Ortega had that very well scouted. And Ortega going for a clothesline, but misses. And Monkey now lands on the ring apron. Moonsault dive, and my God, Monkey came a hair away from ending his own career with that maneuver.
That was awfully close to that concrete floor, and I tell you, it's a basketball court. It's not wooden, it is concrete with a layer of tile on it, linoleum by the looks of it. And right now, Monkey and Ortega both sprawled out on the floor. Monkey's up, he's got control of Ortega. He's going to lift him back to his feet and try. I think he's going to put him back into the ring. This one's going to continue.
Monkey luckily averting disaster on the outside with that dive, and now only a 2 count on Ortega.
And Ortega doing everything he can, trying to figure a way out, grabs the bottom rope, able to stop the referee's count. Monkey back up to his feet, bringing Ortega back up with him. Monkey unloads right to the mouth of Ortega in the corner.
Monkey has Ortega on the ropes to be sure, but Ortega with the reversal. Monkey catches with the boot coming in. Ortega smacks Monkey from behind, preventing him from ascending all the way to the top.
And look at this, Brass Monkey hung in the tree of woe. Jesse Ortega stomping away at the face of Brass Monkey. Referee's calling for the break. Ortega backs away, but he rushes back in.
Drop kick straight into the face of Monkey.
Brass Monkey hanging limply from the top ropes right now. You got to wonder if he's even with us right now. Referee begging Ortega off to leave him alone so he can untie him. Ortega's going up to the second rope.
Ortega perched up high, and this could not be good at all for Monkey. No, but Monkey catches Ortega and flings him backwards.
That was out of nowhere. Ortega had no clue this man had that left in him. Monkey's trying to struggle back. I mean, he's still face down on the canvas. He's got one arm up on the ropes trying to pull himself back up, and the fans strongly behind Brass Monkey.
Certainly the way to prevent a German suplex is exactly what Brass Monkey just did to Ortega.
And right now, referee Charles Richardson making the count on both men as they're both down on the canvas.
It's been a grueling battle between two of the premier single stars in this company.
Monkey up to his feet first. Ortega finally back to his feet. Monkey's waiting. Ortega catches him, goes for a Fujiwara. Monkey's trying to block it, trying to stay off the canvas.
Ortega very astutely blocked what could have been a finishing lariat, but now Ortega slapping away at the chest, the flesh, of Brass Monkey, and now could be Phoenix Head Driver. Oh, but no! Monkey slips from behind. Let's go see. Backbreaker!
He's got him. Monkey's got the man down. This could be all she wrote. Referee's asking who wants to go. Ortega taps out. This one's over.
Incredible! How many men has Brass Monkey put away with the backcracker Dragon Sleeper? But Jesse Ortega has not been one of them. Ortega has tapped very, very few times. In fact, Randolph, I can't ever remember Ortega tapping before.
Well, you saw it here tonight at War Games. Jesse Ortega tapping out to Brass Monkey. Monkey hit him with something he wasn't prepared for, and this one's over. Brass Monkey, your winner.
They call Ortega a master of the submissions, but tonight, Brass Monkey makes that man tap out.
And Persephone, along with Sheik Lumpkin.
Hey, I heard a rumor. Where's that little kid at that held the flag at the start of the show? Where's he at? Why don't you come up here and hold the real flag? Never mind. Where's our referee? It's nice that you can be here. Oh, that's funny. Now, last week, at the Carolina Sports Arena, I got thrown through a door. I got my head busted open with a barbed wire and a cheese grater. And then, Dick Foley, I put that noose around his neck and I was getting ready to choke the life out of him. And I had 3 people. Sit down, Steve. I had 3 people come out and stop me from choking the life out of Dick Foley. One of them was smart enough not to show up here tonight. 2 of them were dumb enough to show up here tonight. And because they were stupid enough to show up here, I put together a team that I know will give them a humiliating defeat right here in this rat hole. And I am so confident. I am so confident that my team will walk out with a victory. I got my pocket change right here. It's $1,000 in $100 bills. If they lose tonight, I'm going to toss it into the crowd. But that ain't going to happen.
Most dangerous woman, GeeStar!
A lot of bad blood set to unveil itself in this mixed tag team contest as GeeStar, one of the premier female competitors in Mid-Atlantic rings over the years, locks horn with an old foe in the form of Persephone.
Yeah, the world's most dangerous woman, GeeStar, back in action here in mixed tag action, driving down Persephone down to the canvas, referee in real quick to see if she wants to continue. Now GeeStar is going to grapevine the arm twisted up behind the shoulders, and it has got to be putting Persephone in a world of hurt.
Persephone grabs a handful of hair, backing G into the corner.
Only way she was able to get out of that was a shortcut and then a stiff slap.
And Persephone better head out of here, cause G is about to rip her from limb to limb. Don't think it was a flash in the pan when G became the only female ever to win the Mid-Atlantic Television Championship back in 2004. Unlike some females that won male championships, G was not one to win it and then fade into the darkness. G is still here alive and fighting 3 years later.
That's right. Now, she's been through a couple of injuries over the past couple of years. just about right now, back up on the top of her game, ready to make another impact. And Persephone gets a face full of hand herself.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander, and Persephone just got a face full of G's palm, and now runs right into a clothesline.
Persephone down, trying to find a way out. GeeStar back in on top of her, but she's in the wrong corner. Michael McAllister trying to make the save there for his partner, and he's going to make his way into the ring for the first time in this match tonight.
Well, make no mistake, Michael McAllister is certainly as much of a woman as Persephone is. And now getting the tag in, G-Star's partner, the massive, powerful Alex Adonis.
And that's right. Right now, Alex Adonis only man not to be in this match yet. G-Star working over front face lock on McAllister. McAllister face first down on the canvas. G reaches back. Alex Adonis now the legal man. She's going to hold him up. We've seen in the past when he was an AWA official how he tried to outsmart people and how that worked against him. And you got to wonder, why is he even in wrestling tights? What's he doing here?
Well, he's certainly proud of himself, but Alex Adonis just learned that you can't go to the well but once so often.
McAllister face down trying to figure out how many people he's seeing across the ring from right now. Adonis got hold of him, hoists him up for a big suplex.
Drives him with the suplex, and McAllister is going to be in a world of hurt. Alex Adonis just chunks McAllister halfway across the ring.
Yeah, he's taking out the garbage for sure. McAllister struggling back up to his feet with the help from a handful of ears by Adonis. But look at this cheap shot by McAllister. And we're actually seeing offense, can you believe it, by McAllister.
Yeah, but we got a reversal and right back in to the awaiting arms of Alex Adonis. Big side suplex.
But when have we ever said McAllister and offense in the same sentence? This is news.
It was certainly nothing technical. It was an eye rake, Randolph. Let's not get too carried away.
Hey, but this is McAllister we're talking about.
And right now he's perched way up high and does not need to be in this position. Alex Adonis with him up on the shoulders. G on the second turnbuckle, elbow down on McAllister. G-Star hooking the leg. Kenny Kincaid with the count, but only a 2.
And you know, McAllister's still seeing a lot of stars, little birds flying around his head right now. I'm not sure how he got out of it. And there we go. He's going to be tasting his own blood after that.
And G has him by the short hairs. McAllister with the eye rake cuts the onslaught off, and finally with a forearm across the back and a desperate tag to his female companion.
Yeah, well, that was probably the most feminine voice I've ever heard in this match, and it come out of McAllister when G-Star had the handful of hair. But right now, Persephone with the upper hand, using G-Star's hair to turn her over, got her down on the canvas, and telling the referee she did nothing wrong.
Of course, G-Star and Alex Adonis are together as a result of their mutual hatred for Sheik Cornielus J Lumpkin III and his numerous sneak attacks over the past few months that have certainly included Persephone big time in those plans.
That's right. Right now, Persephone and G-Star legal in this match. G-Star valiantly trying to fight back. Persephone's pounding away from an advantageous position right now. She helps G back up and tries to put her back down.
Persephone now with G, but no, reversal by G. Persephone ducks one clothesline, back off the ropes, spine buster by G-Star.
And Persephone down, G-Star down, took a lot out of her on that one. Persephone flat on her back. G-Star struggling to try to regain her composure, get back up here, rolls over towards her corner, and look at this, isn't this a strange view, fans? 2 rings.
Persephone crawling, tag to McAllister, but if G gets the tag to Alex Adonis, I don't know if McAllister's going to want the tag.
And McAllister better watch out. Adonis is in, ducks a clothesline, and he starts windmilling away across the jaw of McAllister.
Not a man you want to be in a slugfest with, or the receiving end of a power slam. Here's the count, and Persephone makes the save.
Yeah, Persephone made the save, but she's being pretty much ineffectual except just getting the attention of Adonis. Adonis shoves the referee out of the way and's got Persephone by the hair.
This is not good for Persephone, and Alex Adonis flings her straight to the spear of G-Star.
G-Star able to take her down. The ladies are rolling around on the canvas out to the floor. Adonis still standing in the ring. G-Star pounding away on the back. McAllister now in the ring, and Adonis is taking him apart.
What a clothesline by Alex Adonis. McAllister flat on his back.
And the ladies are battling on back towards the entryway as Adonis and McAllister pile driving, just tearing McAllister apart in the ring. The ladies are gone.
G and Persephone causing technical difficulties in the back, while Adonis has his hand around the throat of Michael McAllister, possibly going for the choke slam off the top of Lumpkin. Lumpkin just had the foot of Adonis.
Oh my goodness, Lumpkin making his entrance. He gets pulled into the ring quite unannounced here, looking around for his help, but he realizes Persephone's not out there to back him up.
McAllister with the Iraqi flag straight to the back of Adonis.
He's got him down for the cover. Oh my goodness.
And Michael McAllister steals this one, courtesy of the Iraqi flag.
$20. Good God Almighty, we must have gained 2 for 1 tickets to the retirement home tonight. Well, we can go ahead and send the steel cage back to Shalom, because the main event is happening right now. Ladies and gentlemen, here they are, the stiffest tag team in Mid-Atlantic history, the hard-hitting $20 and the cockiest man in wrestling, Mitch Connor!
And the Mid-Atlantic King!
Donnie Dollars and Marcellus King, the Mid-Atlantic King, trying to square off in the middle of the ring and see exactly who is the stronger of the two.
And Donnie Dollars seems unfazed by the big shoulder block, stands firm for a second one, does nothing to him, didn't move that immovable object.
It's a battle of the behemoths right now. Dollars up and over. Marcellus King catches him, coming in, hooks him. Butterfly suplex by Marcellus King puts Donnie Dollars down for the first time in this contest.
Donnie Dollars, unaccustomed to being on the canvas in any form during a match, slings the big Mid-Atlantic King off, ducks under, King comes back, catches Dollars with his own clothesline.
Turns the massive Dollars inside out, and how often do you see someone take Dollars down like that? But Brad Stutts making sure his man foot was on the bottom rope.
That's right. Now referee Red Jones having words with Mr. Stutts on the outside, and the King goes into the ropes, waiting on Donnie Dollars, catches him, he gets turned around, and look at this Russian leg sweep.
Of course, Marcellus King, for the first time ever, finally receiving the cheers of these fans, paired alongside the Otto Schwanz himself, of course, Brad Stutts managing Fatback Enterprises, Donnie Dollars, and a very handsome man, Mitch Connor.
Yeah, Connor yet to get in this one, but he's able to be felt, his presence felt. Puts a knee to the midsection of King and then drops off the apron, setting King up. Donnie Dollars just wipes him out. Connor finally tagged in.
And now Mitch Connor in for the first time. He may be oversized and overmatched, but he's got Marcellus King flat on his back, which is exactly where he wants him, hammering away.
Yeah, that's right. Here he goes once again, goes for the cover a second time, only a 2 count. King kicks out with a little bit of authority. Connor back up on his feet, going back to work on the big Mid-Atlantic King.
Fist straight to the skull, courtesy of Mitch Connor, the 2006 and 6th annual CWF Rumble winner.
And out of nowhere, Connor caught the big man with a knee into the midsection, turns him over, got him back down on the canvas, going for a cover another time. Connor back in on top of the King. Mid-Atlantic King Marcellus having a little bit of problems right now, getting hit from every angle by Connor. Connor trying to lock up with him. You don't want to go into a test of strength with a man the size of Marcellus.
Front face lock trying to wear Marcellus King down, as obviously Otto Schwanz is more than fresh, and Marcellus King is slowly inching himself and Mitch Connor inch by inch to Otto Schwanz, who has a tag and hammering away on Mitch Connor, but the official Red Jones did not see it, as Donnie Dollars and Brad Stutts had him distracted.
And Mid-Atlantic King back over into the wrong corner. Donnie Dollars tagged in, and he's going to put the boot leather right to the midsection of the chest, the chin of the big Mid-Atlantic King.
Marcellus King back in no man's land in the corner of Fatback Enterprises and getting pummeled, getting choked out in the corner.
Mitch Connor cheerleading from the outside, cheering Donnie Dollars on. They're making pretty quick tags, impressive moves so far tonight as Mid-Atlantic King Marcellus King is struggling back to his feet.
It's very tough when you're wrestling a combination like Marcellus King and Otto Schwanz. Who exactly do you try and isolate? What kind of game plan do you even attempt trying to take into battle? But obviously, as fate would have it, it is Marcellus King that's been isolated, and the former Mid-Atlantic heavyweight champion can do nothing but look on and watch.
That's right, and right now he's watching on as his partner's getting drugged back into the wrong corner once again. Big boot by Connor in the corner. Connor tagged in. He's now the legal man. Dollars back out of the apron.
Mitch Connor going to try and suplex Marcellus King, and a side snap suplex does indeed get the job done.
Marcellus King flat on his back. Connor celebrating a little in the ring right now. You got to wonder, well, wait a minute. He's going outside, going to the top rope.
Mitch Connor doesn't go to the top rope too often, and is met there by Marcellus.
Marcellus King unloading big uppercuts, going up to the second rope himself. Both men up on the ropes in the corner turnbuckle, and King is pounding away on Connor.
And this could backfire on Mitch Connor as Marcellus King has him superplex off the top.
Connor rolling around in pain on the AWA logo in the center of the ring. King trying to catch his breath. Got a look of confidence on his face, but he's still not turned over and got back to his feet yet.
Both men down, and there is one very, very fresh Otto Schwanz that is eagerly awaiting a tag.
Right now, Otto Schwanz needs to make a tag to his partner. His partner's taking a beating, and he rolls over. Otto Schwanz now the legal man, and business is picking up for Fatback Enterprises.
Dollars avoided one clothesline, but caught the elbow on the second one, and now Otto Schwanz just running straight through. Donnie Dollars has him front face lock. Textbook suplex!
And Donnie Dollar slammed in the canvas, goes for a cover, saved by Mitch Connor.
Mitch Connor trying to save his tag team partner now, hammering away on Otto Schwanz. Can Fatback Enterprises possibly a double teaming effort? Somehow, take Otto Schwanz down, but Marcellus King pulls the top rope, and Mitch Connor is sent spiraling to the outside.
And we've got people all over the concrete floor here as Otto Schwanz and Brad Stutts are going at it one-on-one. And look at this, Otto's got his hands on the big guy.
Fatback himself is in the hands of the madman, and Donnie Dollars accidentally just booted Brad Stutts square in the face.
Oh my goodness, Dollars turns around, Schwanz is waiting.
Great scrambler powerbomb. Whip to the legs, and a freak out by Red Jones leads Otto Schwanz and Marcellus King to victory here today at the Fairchild Recreation Center. For every company to achieve success, you need guidance and direction. Over the past 5 years, CWF Mid-Atlantic has been guided into prominence by one man. Starting out as a fan of the sport, he's been able to achieve not only his own dream, but given others the opportunity to chase theirs. His leadership has been threatened in the past, but only by rivals corrupted by jealousy and greed. They were easily bested by the unity of CWF and their undying respect for their beloved leader. And tonight, the CWF forces will combine once again in an attempt to turn back possibly its greatest challenge ever, a challenge that comes from within. Ty Dillinger has spent the last year of his life attempting to control Mid-Atlantic Wrestling. Having already guided both Steve Greene and Joey Silvia to individual championships, tonight he will look to complete the ultimate Triple Crown by removing William L. Cross from his position and gaining complete control as the new CWF Commissioner. And now with War Games just moments away, the teams are set and ready for battle, about to head into the great unknown in an environment they know very little about.
but will be forced to push their bodies like never before in an attempt to save the career of the man they stand behind. In a promotion built on dreams, one man's will end with the final bell.
Heavyweight champion, the infamous icon Joy Silvia, your AWA Mid-Atlantic Television champion, simply Steve Greene, the elite enforcer, Sheik Manning, the wild card, Gemini Kid, and the manager of champions, Ty Dillinger.
Last night, not the night.
Converse! Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome another member of the Dynasty, a former world light heavyweight champion, Xsiris! Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the third of the Dynasty, Red Attitude! Ladies and gentlemen, the wild card, the Kamakazi Kid! Ladies and gentlemen, the captain of Team Dynasty, Commissioner William L. Ross!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're pumped and ready, because you better believe we are. The parties are set to go, and for the first time in a decade, War Games has returned to the Carolinas, and it's not just any War Games, because the stakes are as high as they can get. It looks like Brad Attitude may be starting for Team Dynasty.
That's right, it's all on the line. Control of CWF Mid-Atlantic on the line. The two parties, Commissioner Cross and Ty Dillinger, they're battling for what Cross already controls. He wanted it that badly to put his career on the line, and that's what we're fighting for tonight.
Rick Converse, the former AWA World Heavyweight Champion, Brad Attitude, Xsiris, Kamakazi Kid, and Commissioner Cross go against Team Destiny, Joey Silvia, Steve Greene, Gemini Kid, Ty Dillinger, and Jake Manning is starting against Brad Attitude. War Games is underway!
And you're seeing it, ladies and gentlemen. They are on the aprons between the two rings set up for War Games. The cage is in place, and Brad Attitude and the Elite Enforcer are going toe-to-toe.
If anyone's watching War Games for the first time ever, remember, the first period is a 5-minute period, one-on-one, and Attitude springboarding from one cage to the other.
Oh my goodness, Attitude going for broke early. Manning on the run already, and look at this, Attitude's pointing towards the steel cage.
Oh, Jake Manning averted disaster there, putting his hands up and blocking the cage.
And right now, Brad Attitude, oh, he takes an elbow to the mouth, caught him unsuspecting. Attitude able to block it as Manning tries to rake his face into the steel.
But his bodies begin to wear down. How long will they be able to block the cage? And Attitude just flung Manning over the top rope, and Manning in no man's land, trapped between the ropes and the cage as Attitude trying to force Manning's head straight through the steel mesh.
And that steel does not bend, it does not forgive. And right now, Attitude off the back.
Oh, what a drop kick!
Oh my goodness, Manning's face ripped apart by the steel cage. Attitude standing tall in this one, catching his breath and going back after Manning, who's trying to crawl to the second ring.
The Elite Enforcer's entire upper torso was caught with nowhere at all to go, and Attitude drop kicking straight into the steel mesh.
You gotta wonder, did either one of these two men volunteer to be the first men in, or was this like a draw, or did someone choose it? Who would want to be the first man for their team to go in and have to battle one-on-one in a double steel cage?
You're exactly right. There's no pinfall. There's only submission, and that submission can only take place once all 10 individuals are inside the steel cage.
With Jake Manning finally getting in a little bit of offense, tearing away at the face and the throat, and now going to work now with Brad Attitude draped across the ropes.
Both men are obviously going to be put to the ultimate test, possibly more so than any other two individuals in this entire contest, because the first two individuals, like you alluded to, pretty much have to wrestle for 30 minutes, springboarding from one ring to the other is Brad Attitude.
Attitude hit him with that. Manning's down. He looks like he may be rolling over face down on the canvas. Both men struggling to get back to their feet. as everybody's asking for the time count on the outside.
Right, after the initial 5 minutes, there will be a coin toss. The winning team of that coin toss will get to send the next men into the ring. It will then alternate from one team, Team Destiny, to Team Dynasty, back and forth until all 10 men are in the ring, and the match beyond will officially begin if it can be contained until then.
Oh my goodness, Attitude face first into the steel fence. Jake Manning filling his oats now, taking measure of Attitude, and he's got him right where he wants him early in this bout.
Boy, even the cage cannot hardly contain the hostilities between these two parties.
And right now, Attitude struggling back up to his feet, fighting back as Manning tries to take advantage. Manning takes one to the chops, he's back. Attitude unloads again.
Of course, the question here is, this match has to continue until one individual says, I quit, I submit, I cannot continue any longer with what the stakes that are online. How long will this contest go? Who will be the man that finally gives it in? Because the man that says, I quit, means he's throwing the towel in for his entire team, and more specifically, either Ty Dillinger or Commissioner Cross. Their run, one man's run, will end here tonight at War Games.
And right now, Manning up in a big suplex. Attitude drops him on the back of the neck. He's holding the back of the neck, and he is in a lot of pain. You've got to be wondering, we're getting ready to come up on, I believe they said, at 4 minutes they would bring a referee out and do the coin toss, so at the 5-minute mark the next man be able to come in. But these two men are already sucking wind. They've got to be ready for somebody to come in and take advantage of the situation.
You have to think whoever starts War Games has got to be a top contender to actually say I quit. And yes indeed, we are having the coin toss right now as Attitude crushes Manning in between the rings, and Team Destiny, what a huge coup this is for them, as Team Destiny has won the coin toss.
Referee Charles Richardson going to have his work cut out for him tonight, being the official on the outside, having to run from one end of this cage to the other to allow the members to come in and keeping track of the time. And yes, Destiny wins the coin toss. And for the next 2 minutes, the advantage goes to Team Destiny as Simply Steve Greene joins War Games.
The Mid-Atlantic television champion is all over Brad Attitude. It's a good thing Attitude had Manning down. Maybe he could somehow survive a one-on-one with Steve Greene. But it was a very intense opening 5 minutes for Attitude and Manning.
And right now, Steve Greene in the ring. And there is a steel chair been brought up into the ring as well. Manning's able to find that between the ring. Oh my goodness, Attitude kicks the steel chair right into the forehead of Jake Manning.
And Attitude... Attitude holding nothing at all back, swinging for the fences with the steel chair.
And right now, the fans really behind Brad Attitude. He's got a 2-to-1 disadvantage, and he's the one standing up and taking down his opponents. Now, another minute or so, one of his teammates will come in and even things up, but in 2 minutes after that, Team Destiny once again will have the advantage.
But right now, it looks like Attitude may not even need help, as Attitude on the far side of the ring, trying to get his balance. Going coast to coast with the chair upside the arm of Jake Manning.
Jake Manning is gushing blood from the forehead. This could be all for Manning, but right now Steve Greene back in control. Got Attitude down, stomping on him, dragging him into the next ring.
Boy, the perseverance of Brad Attitude to not only survive, but control the momentum in this contest 2 against 1 is simply incredible. But finally, Steve Greene turning the tide, and you see the damage this match has already occurred upon the forehead of Jake Manning. And what in the world is he going to look like by the time War Games actually ends?
You know, there's 10 men in War Games, only 3 are in so far, and we've already got blood gushing, and you know this is going to be not for the faint of heart. This is War Games, ladies and gentlemen, and it's about time for the next man to enter. But Brad Attitude needs some help, and he needs it now.
Right now, there are 7 men surrounding this cage that can do absolutely nothing but look on. Ty Dillinger, you know he's scared to death to be entering War Games, but in order to gain the position of power that he so desperately desires, he's not going to have a choice but to enter it. And look at this, Xsiris is in, double springboard dropkick, but the Manning and Steve Greene.
Greene taken down with a big clothesline for extra measure. Xsiris stomping away on Manning, and he's beating away on the bloody forehead.
Xsiris has electrified the Fairchild Recreation Center here in Burlington, coming to the aid of one member of the Dynasty, that being Brad Attitude, and you can already see Jake Manning's blood across the chest of Xsiris.
I tell you what, this is not, like I said, not going to be for the faint of heart. As Steve Greene gets introduced to the corner turnbuckle, Xsiris, a ball of fire, just taking apart Destiny. I mean, it seemed as if they were unprepared, like they didn't know anybody else was coming in.
Well, Xsiris is certainly in there now, and Jake Manning, crimson mask and all, blood pouring from the shoulder, his head, as Xsiris trying to go back and work on Steve Greene, who catches him coming in.
And Greene's trying his best to put the face of Xsiris into the steel. Xsiris blocking that best he can, and now they're going to battle off the ropes like Xsiris going to try to put him in, but look, Attitude's back, climbing up in the corner, pounding away on the skull of Jake Manning.
Jake Manning is losing more and more blood with each passing second.
Jake Manning really looks awful over here in the corner. I don't know how he's up on his feet, but he's no longer on his feet. Attitude barely able to stand, having to use the ropes, as Xsiris is going straight to the face of simply Steve Greene in the other ring.
And now Xsiris sees the chair that Brad Attitude left earlier in a wake of destruction, but Steve Greene, luckily for him, caught Xsiris coming in.
And Steve Greene now, he's got the chair, and you know he's not going to be bashful about using it. Oh! Crunches the head of Xsiris.
Xsiris did everything he could to try and block it, but Steve Greene was bringing that chair hard.
Steve Greene going to look like he's going to look into the next ring and see what's going on. No, wait. He's back on Xsiris, going to toss Xsiris into the steel.
It looks like we've got the next man, and it is none other than the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Champion himself, the infamous icon, Joey Silvia, has hit the ring and going straight after Xsiris.
Xsiris, yeah, he's made the detour just long enough to drop a vicious boot on Brad Attitude in the first ring. Is right now Steve Greene, Joey Silvia filling their oats, trying to take Xsiris apart.
What if Silvia and Greene have in mind here with Xsiris between the rings? Neckbreaker drop, snapping the spine of Xsiris across the top rope.
Xsiris already down between the rings. Silvia with his foot planted in the throat. These guys are devious.
Oh, look at this photo op as they choke the life out of Xsiris in between the rings.
Silvia up to the top rope. This is getting bad already. Big drop onto Attitude. Attitude barely able to go here as it's 2-on-1.
Double slingshot, the forehead of Brad Attitude scraping across the steel.
Look at that, Joey Silvia feeling his oats, feeling real good about what he's doing right now. Back into the first ring once again. Xsiris follows him back.
It has certainly taken no time at all for this match to take an incredible toll on every individual that's competing. Silvia catches him! Incredible blockbuster slam!
Look at the cocky heavyweight champion. He has showed out. We've seen that once before. I don't know how either man involved in that maneuver survives. Silvia was waiting on it.
Silvia's athletic ability, second to none in the entire industry. And Jake Manning, Brad Attitude still going at it, and it looks like the former AWA World Heavyweight Champion may indeed be next.
That's right. I mean, it's almost time for the next man to come in. Referee Charles Richardson, like we said, having to rush from one end to the other to unlock the cage. You know, since we're doing this the CWF Mid-Atlantic way, Rick Converse in next. Here comes the first into War Games.
The one and only, the first is in War Games for the first time in his career, and he's going straight after the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Champion. Their epic battle at Battle Cage 7 will never be forgotten, and Silvia is trying to escape the cage as much as he's trying to escape the clutches of Rick Converse.
Converse had eyes for one man. He went straight to him. Now he's got him in a real bad situation.
Russian leg sweep up the top of the cage.
The infamous icon has no clue where he's at right now. Converse took the brunt of that one as well.
Rick Converse has hit one maneuver since he's entered War Games, but he sure made it count. But how much damage he does himself in the process as Xsiris catches Steve Greene.
Steve Greene flat on his back of the canvas. Xsiris locking up with him. Attitude and Converse in the other ring trying to get a game plan together and get the thing working. Now Xsiris joins them. It looks like they've got 3-on-1 here with Joey Silvia.
The Dynasty right now standing tall with Silvia. Backdrops from one ring to the other, and how Silvia was almost broken in half in that one.
And look at this, we've got bodies piling up. Converse going to step back into the first ring, up to the top. God, here we go. Converse to the top rope.
War Games non-stop action from the opening bell. You see the blood now pouring from the face of the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Champion Joey Silvia himself.
And that's right, Converse backs into the corner, measures him, stomp right to the face of Simply Steve Greene.
The pace of this War Games is certainly up there with the likes of which I have never before seen in my life. Steve Greene has busted open as well, as there is not a single man that has been unscathed so far in this contest.
And look at this, the two that started it, both wearing the crimson mask, they're still going at it over in the second ring.
As Jake Manning could have easily just had his neck and spine snapped in two, and the wild card entry for the Destiny has arrived in the form of the Gemini Kid.
Yeah, the ring veteran Gemini Kid. I may be mistaken. I believe this is his first War Games. And right now it is getting crazy. And Rick Converse once again with the infamous Icon battling it out over here in the first rope. And you know, it's so much going on, it's hard to keep up with everything.
Of course, the last time Gemini Kid was in a steel cage match, we'll never forget either. At Cage of Death at Ultimate Survivor, when it cost the Ultra Dragon Ryan his very mask.
And right now, Gemini Kid locked up with Xsiris. Simply Steve Greene, and the first Rick Converse gets turned over and dropped on his head. I mean, this is turning into an epic battle.
Gemini Kid putting the boots to Xsiris. The face of Jake Manning tells the story of War Games, and Joey Silvia just crushed the face of Rick Converse.
Rick Converse could not have seen that one coming. What a move by Silvia. Totally unexpected. Converse laying all by himself, face down in the canvas, and it looks like Destiny's seemed to turn the tide a little. Joey Silvia attacks X with a steel chair over in the corner.
We've only got 3 men remaining on the outside. The other wild card entry, the Kamakazi Kid, Commissioner William L. Cross, and yes, Ty Dillinger himself.
Right now, Attitude's up to the top rope. He's met on the top of the other ring by Joey Silvia, and there's no telling what these two will do from up here.
How dangerous is this to the lives for both men from superplex from one ring to the other? And my God, was Jake Manning underneath that, withering in pain, screaming in agony as Jake Manning's hand may have been broken on that collision.
And I tell you what, Silvia landed square on the hand of Manning. Manning's hand could very well have been shattered. Gemini Kid's over, and look at this. Entering War Games, Kamakazi Kid and a steel chair.
Wasting no time hurling that chair around, and I wonder if Jake Manning would be tapping right now, but even if he did, the match would not end. Frog splash to the back of Silvia.
Silvia didn't see it coming. Kamakazi's got a chair, tosses it into the face of Gemini Kid and follows in with a big roundhouse.
The match that was supposed to be the finals of Cage of Death, Kamakazi Kid versus Gemini Kid, the 2 wild card entries, still fighting one one another, and Ty Dillinger realizes that he is next. Drop kick into the Russian leg sweep.
Oh my goodness, Simply Steve Greene is facing the double team. Xsiris looks like he's going up the top back in the first ring, and here he comes.
450 and no one is home.
Oh my goodness, Xsiris down at writhing in pain. Kamakazi Kid still going after Gemini Kid.
Gemini Kid, reversal, Kazi, going for the up and over. Gemini caught him, and what a low blow!
Oh my goodness, Kazi took a lot of it right there. Jake Manning, look at this, still clutching the hand. Jake Manning this could be career ending, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't for the faint of heart, and right now, Silvia rolls over Xsiris. Looks like he's going up to the top.
Well, Xsiris is prone on the canvas, and Silvia's not just going to the top rope, he's going to the top of the cage! Oh my God! Silvia crashes and burns right in the middle of War Games!
Nobody's home. Xsiris has to get out of the way. Referee Charles Richardson ready to let in the final member of Destiny, Ty Dillinger. And I'm telling you what, I want to see this. The fans here want to see this at Fairchild. But I'm not so sure right now the first Rick Converse wants to see this.
Rick Converse's mouth is split wide open.
Kamakazi Kid is taking Gemini Kid apart. The cage is open. The referee's ordering Dillinger in, and Dillinger isn't going.
Xsiris wants him to get in, that's for sure.
And I tell you what, oh my goodness, Silvia saw what was happening, was able to make the save. Now Dillinger's got to get in the ring.
Joey Silvia just got Ty Dillinger a little bit of time by KOing Xsiris there because Xsiris was going to plant Ty Dillinger 6 feet under, and that's taller than Ty Dillinger even is.
That's several feet taller than Ty Dillinger is. Look at this, Jake Manning back on his feet, battling with one hand. That's all he got he can use. A bloody Joey Silvia still going after Attitude, and look, Ty Dillinger's got hold of Kamakazi Kid.
Sneaking up from behind like a rat in the night, holding Kamakazi Kid for these shots by Gemini Kid.
Oh yeah, Gemini Kid real proud of himself after that one. I don't know what he's got there, but Ty Dillinger drops the knee across the forehead of Kamakazi Kid, and Xsiris coming in trying to break it up and get somebody off of Kazi.
There's only one man remaining on the outside now. That is our beloved commissioner, William L. Cross himself, as he gets prepared to save his career, save his job. Gemini Kid with a handful of the tassels of Kazi's mask, and Kazi could do nothing at all about it.
It's 2-on-1 over in the corner. The first Rick Converse, now 3-on-1 as simply Steve Greene joins Silvia and Dillinger beating up the former world champion. And you know, the seconds count off, and Kamakazi Kid's getting his face raked across the canvas, and this beastly piece of steel by Gemini Kid, and it's just a matter of moments for the match beyond.
Yes, Kamakazi Kid's mask has already been ripped. You see Gemini Kid prying on it, and now look at this attack on the former world champion. Man, a Mid-Atlantic heavyweight champion has certainly paid his dues in this contest, and Commissioner William L. Cross, the match beyond is underway. Commissioner William L. Cross is in the ring, and he just got a shot in on Joey Silvia.
Yeah, he's gone through it. Look at this. He's got hold of Dillinger. Dillinger's down.
Dillinger is indeed down.
It could be over. It could be over.
There's no saving Ty Dillinger right now from the wrath of Commissioner William L. Cross.
Cross knocks him down, and I tell you what, Cross going to turn his attention away, but he's right back on top of Dillinger. Dillinger doesn't have time to breathe.
The man that made CWF Mid-Atlantic what it is today is on the warpath against every single human being that's trying to rob him of that.
I tell you what, look at this. The commissioner taking a few shots against the heavyweight champion, and now once again he floors Ty Dillinger with a haymaker of his own.
With Ty Dillinger in hand, sends him head first in the cage, and did you see Dillinger's head bounce right off the steel bar? How great was that?
Oh my goodness, Dillinger probably has no clue where he's even at right now. He's probably thinking he's going to go visit Elizabeth up in heaven, but right now he comes back with an eye rake, and he's got control, and he's looking at the cage.
Oh, Commissioner blocked it, and another right hand straight to the rolling speed bump on the head of Ty Dillinger.
And look at this, Kamakazi Kid going to the top of the cage.
How dangerous is the Manning shoves the cage, and Kamakazi Kid just crushed the top of the cage.
Oh my goodness, that could be all she wrote for him. Kazi crumbled up into a heap in the second ring there. Gemini Kid gets out of the way as Steve Greene comes flying into the corner. I'm beginning to wonder if these guys just aren't attacking anybody that moves.
Are you kidding me? Another death-defying maneuver as Xsiris is even personified. Look how high up the top of that cage is. Swanton! He nailed Silvia, but he came within a hair's breadth of ending his own life.
Oh my goodness, look at this Gemini Kid, the opportunist taking advantage of the situation and getting a face full of the fist of Commissioner Cross.
It's incredible what both Team Destiny and Team Dynasty are putting their bodies through, not for their own well-being as much as they're just trying to save the career of their very own.
Oh, look at this. Rick Converse has got hold of Ty Dillinger for the first time ever.
And he got a nice little shot in there, and there's going to be a few more to follow.
Oh my goodness, Converse tearing away into Dillinger. He backs up, measures him, tears his head off.
Rick Converse's lip may be split from one side of his mouth to the other, but that's not stopping him from getting a few shots in on Dillinger.
And look at this, he's got hold of another former friend, turncoat, simply Steve Greene, suplexes him in, and the commissioner is still working on little Ty Dillinger.
And remember, it only takes one I quit to end it all right here and right now. And Silvia is going up with attitude and Kazi. Suicide fly off the top.
not only here in CWF Mid-Atlantic are you going to see something like that, but we're proud to have wrestling. But I'm telling you, this is War Games. It's a first for us. We're glad to bring the tradition back to the Mid-Atlantic area. And look at this. Manager Ty Dillinger is hung out to dry.
Commissioner Cross gets an easy shot in on Ty Dillinger, who I cannot wait to hear him squeal those special words, I quit, I quit.
That's right, the commissioner is measuring him again, and he's ready to pound away and take advantage of the situation, make sure his job's at hand. And right now it's looking good for Commissioner Cross, and he's gonna tie him up.
Commissioner Cross, he may not be trained, but he's going for a sharpshooter. And Ty Dillinger, it may not be perfectly executed, but you better believe Ty Dillinger's more than acceptable to tap to it. Oh, what the heck was that?
A steel chair to the face of referee Charles Richardson. He's getting his pocket picked at ringside here. The referee's down.
That was Jesse Ortega, and Ty Dillinger tapped out. Ty Dillinger just surrendered it. Ty Dillinger's career in Burlington is over, but the official is down, courtesy of El Fuego, Jesse Ortega.
I tell you what, this battle is not over. These guys are still going at it. They're all battling. Look at this. Jesse Ortega is trying to get inside the War Games cage.
What in the world is Ortega up to?
He must be suicidal to try to climb in the cage. He's got something in his hand, and he is in the cage and attacks Commissioner Cross.
What does Ortega have in that bag? He just KO'd Xsiris with it.
Xsiris is down, Commissioner Cross is down, Ty Dillinger's down, Steve Greene's down. Look at this. Ortega drags Xsiris over to the corner.
Everyone else is fighting in the other ring. I don't think they're aware. What? He's got handcuffs! Ortega has handcuffs!
Oh my goodness, he's handcuffing Xsiris to the cage.
Ortega with a pair of handcuffs has illegally entered War Games after Ty Dillinger already tapped his very soul away.
Oh my goodness, now Ty Dillinger over here stomping a mud hole in Commissioner Cross. This battle, like I said, it is not over. These men are not stopping. Kamakazi Kid just takes it to the head. He's down.
And straight between the eyes of attitude as well. Ortega obviously has a set of handcuffs that he's ramming right into the skull of Team Dynasty.
And look at this, Joy Silvia coming through the ropes into the second ring with a steel chair in hand. Things not looking good for Team Dynasty right now, as I believe he's distributing something. He's got more in that bag where the first pair come from.
Silvia with a chair straight to the skull of Brad Attitude. We've got to get Ortega out of this ring.
We don't have an official at ringside whatsoever at this point. Richardson's still down on the floor, and we have got mayhem and chaos going on. Xsiris has been handcuffed to the ring. I tell you, this is totally uncalled for. Xsiris fighting with Ortega, and Ortega's leaving?
Ortega has handcuffed almost every member of Team Dynasty. Team Dynasty cannot do anything but look on as they've been handcuffed thanks to this expletive deleted Jesse Ortega.
And I tell you what, Team Dynasty is taking a physical beating like never before. They are helpless, and Destiny is taking control.
Oh, what a cheap shot by Jake Manning! Unprotected boot straight to the face of Kamakazi Kid, who's handcuffed. Yeah, it takes a real man to do something like that.
Yeah, I tell you what, this kid's not good. You gotta wonder what in the world this little midget actually had a plan here. I mean, look at this, Commissioner Cross. He's been handcuffed to the top rope in the first ring.
Absolutely disgusting, but don't you think handcuffing them is going to make this team quit? Team Dynasty doesn't have any quit in them.
That's right, and look at this. Steve Greene got hold of the former heavyweight champion, cranking back on him right now, and in comes Gemini with a big boot to the midsection. What a cheap shot artist.
Kazi trying to free himself. He still has his wits about him despite everything he's been through, but he can't do anything except look on as right now Rick Converse is being choked out, choked the life choke out of him from that tape of Dillinger's.
Yeah, the midget's got tape. He's able to use that. And look at this. Now Steve Greene following suit pulls off some of his tape, choking away Commissioner Cross.
Xsiris can do nothing about it. He's completely helpless. And they've got Converse. Oh no! Randolph! Spike power driver!
Oh my God, this is not good. Somebody's got to stop this. And right now, look at this. Dillinger putting the boots and the fist right back into the face of Commissioner Cross. Converse may be out.
Dillinger's asking for the mic. No one's gonna say I quit. I don't care what you do. Commissioner Cross can do nothing but look on and watch at this beating.
Quick, Rick! Quick!
Tell you what, Rick Converse, he's going to need medical treatment, but this thing isn't over. Steve Greene, the elite enforcer with a steel chair, they just keep pounding away at Converse. Converse is down and cannot defend himself.
Converse is the only one not handcuffed. Rick Converse is not going to say I quit. I don't care how many times you ask him.
Kill! Are you ready yet, Converse?
Ty Dillinger just gave the order to kill. We have got to get some help out here. Jesse Ortega entered that cage.
Take his head up. Take his head up. Look at this. Kill! Look at this.
Jake Manning, don't you dare! The head and neck caved in of Rick Converse. We all know of the neck injuries he suffered in the past, and his head was just compressed by that steel chair.
Oh my God, the former champion lacerated from ear to ear.
Quit! Quit, you guys!
Joey! I want you to watch.
Look at the blood pouring from the skull of Rick! Someone needs to get in there and help him before he dies. It's right there in the middle of the ring!
It's over right there!
No! I quit!
Joey, no! Commissioner Cross trying to save the life of Rick Converse just said, I quit!
Converse lying in a pool of his own blood. We've got to get help inside this cage.
We have got to get some help for the former world champion!
It's over, Kazi! It's over!
And I tell you, this is probably the ugliest form of celebration I think I've ever seen. The match is over. They're finally making their way out of the cage. Referee Red Jones out to declare the winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners in 29 minutes and 19 seconds, Team Destiny!
Ty Dillinger!
Hey!
Ty Dillinger!
Cross! You're fired!
Ty Dillinger, listen up! I'm a man of my word, but mark my words, this ain't over between me and you. Not by a long shot.
Not a single member of Team Dynasty quit because they could not continue. Commissioner Cross sacrificed himself, his entire life, his career to save the one that has meant so much to him over the years.
What a night. This is one that'll go down in the annals. Look at this, Converse still face down in his own blood. This is one they'll be talking about for years to come. War Games returns to North Carolina, the Mid-Atlantic area, finally able to see the brutality. This is why they don't do it very often. I don't know that we'll ever do it again, but this has turned into a tragedy.
Team Dynasty proved their superiority through that entire match. They put a beating on Team Destiny, the likes of which I've never seen, and it took that turncoat of Fuego, Jesse Ortega, sticking his nose in yet again in a match that had nothing at all to do with him, and effectively handed over the commissionership of CWF to the most undeserving scum that has ever stepped through the door of CWF, that being Ty Dillinger.
Rick Converse still unmoving, face down. I am getting very concerned about his condition right now. As some of the other guys, wait a minute, we finally got somebody who's got a key to these handcuffs. Commissioner Cross has been unclasped from the ring, and He's trying to see if Converse is still with us. Converse still not moving, still unresponsive.
Well, I've been told that thankfully the paramedics have already been called and they're on their way here right now because you're exactly right. Rick Converse is not moving. Commissioner Cross trying to check on him and Rick Converse is completely unresponsive.
Look at this. Xsiris stumbles his way over trying to get something out of Converse. I'm assuming Converse is still breathing, but he's definitely not among the conscious right now. And the reason I say he's still breathing is because he's still bleeding.
Well, we knew War Games was going to be brutal, but we did not expect anything like that. And the tragedy that had just befallen us, what in the world is going to happen on March 10th, Randolph, when we return to the Carolina Sports Arena and our new commissioner, Ty Dillinger, comes out for his first tour of duty.
I tell you, I don't know how anybody's going to be able to take that one. I'm right now, the more pressing matters, Rick Converse. He's still face down in his own blood in the canvas in the first ring. We've got to get help in the ring. We've got wrestlers coming in. We finally got Team Dynasty has been unhooked from the handcuffs. And yeah, something's got to be done. But now with Ty Dillinger as commissioner and Commissioner Cross gone, who can do it?
Commissioner Cross is gone, and I wonder about the future of Rick Converse as well. Converse starting to move for the first time since taking that shot to the head, and Commissioner Cross said, "I quit."
You know, the man that had the most to lose is the one that lost tonight. And this is going to really change the entire face of Mid-Atlantic Wrestling for weeks and months to come. And I'm not even sure we'll be back following this show.
Well, you can't see it on camera. You can obviously hear the applause from the fans that have remained to watch their heroes be carried to the back. But there are several smaller fans in tears here at ringside, and it's very heart-wrenching. Their support is certainly needed right now, possibly more than ever.
You got to wonder if Converse isn't suffering from a concussion. He's having a lot of problems even getting anywhere near a vertical base, standing up even with help right now. This doesn't look good.
Commissioner Cross did what he felt he had to do to save his team, even if it meant sacrificing himself, and that right there tells you more about the character of that man than any action he took as commissioner.
Incredible. Well, the whole face of the wrestling world's just changed. The repercussions will be felt for months down the road, and as you said, March 10th in Burlington at the Carolina Sports Arena, it's going to be an eye-opening event for all, I'm sure.
I'd feel wrong doing our typical out cue here, Randolph, but I am Grant Sawyer along with Randy Randolph Hedrick. Thank you for joining us at CWF Mid-Atlantic War Games. You can visit us at CWFMidAtlantic.com, and the picture tells 1,000 words, Randolph.
This is CWF Mid-Atlantic, where the world comes to see wrestling.
You let me down, man.
Did all you could, sir.
Let's almost bob up like that.
Good job, man. Charles, don't worry. You'll be back, man. Don't worry. You'll get your job back. Yeah, you won't know that. Marcellus! let them do that. I know, that's bad.
You'll be back.
Hey, Cross, I told you that we was gonna kill you tonight. I got a big lump on my head.
It's all right.
But I gained the world. And March 10th, if you think you're in the CWF with something, buddy, oh my, you better testify. Because your ass is fired.
What am I talking about?
So Dillinger's in charge now.
Looks that way.
That changes everything for us.
Glad you're so convinced.
I'm sorry, guys. It's all right. It's all right. I know, Rick, I know you wouldn't have quit, but I couldn't let him do it to you.
What happened there, man? Who came in?
I saw Ortega. Jesse Ortega came in. He handcuffed us. I don't know. I just couldn't let him do it to you. I'm sorry, guys.
So what? So Ty Dillinger's in charge of this place now?
I guess so. But I swear to you, it ain't over.
It's not over.
There ain't no way.